Vietnam is my native home. It's a part I keep in my heart. I know I was born in Saigon, but I lived through the war in South Vietnam and also in the United States and in Australia. Most of my suffering derived from the war and the victory of the communists. It's very sad when I learned about the fall of Vietnam from afar, because this is the most difficult time for me because you do not know what's really going on. It's very, very traumatic for me when I know that my family became so poor and had to struggle for daily food. We lost everything. My two brothers were sent to the re-education camp. My older sisters lost her job and had to look after 4 kids. Her husband, who was a military doctor, was also sent to the re-education camp. And my young sisters was not allowed to study at all. And so that's the hardest time for me. I was the only member of my family outside Vietnam at that time. And so I had to work very, very hard to send money home to help my family escape. But my sisters and her children tried to escape many times, but they were caught and were put in jail. My dad, I would think of him having to burn all my English language books. These were my school prizes, and also he had to lower my graduation photograph taken at Duke University to replace it with Ho Chi Minh photograph. When I think about it, and my dad always encouraged me to study well. He said, with good high education, a woman never has to depend on a man. I know he had to do all of this, must have hurt him a lot. So it saddened me. I have to say, thanks to Buddhist teachings and philosophy that have helped me through the hard time. The hard time when as I said, I know that my family lost everything, right? I have Buddha teaching to me that you are your own salvation. We never forget our roots, and we always think of those people who left behind, those who did not have the opportunities like we are at the moment, being overseas, enjoy freedom, and open space, good atmosphere. Our children have opportunity to grow up well, with food, with plenty of food. And so actually, like my family, because of the war, a lot of my distant relatives have been picked up, sometime now settled in Germany, in Denmark, some in France, and some in Holland. Whenever we get together, we always think, how much money did you send home to help? And like I always send my money home to help my own village where my dad come from. Most of those people who were left behind that have connection with the old regime, without our support, would not live a comfortable life in Vietnam. I do not have any desire to go back to Vietnam. We settle here well. But whenever I see the South Vietnamese flag, the symbol, our South Vietnamese flag, the symbol of our country before the communists took over, I feel with the emotion when I see it flutter in the wind, and we see like on Anzac Day, the Vietnamese veteran carry it. It's just a nice feeling. And this, I maintain that way. And of course, I want still very much to teach our kids our good tradition from home. We are brown Aussies. We are Vietnamese, we are brown Aussies. And I remember the day I held my citizenship was back in 1976. At that time, Australia gave me a home. I vowed I will do everything to build this country. Think of Australia for the future generation as well.